Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Alción, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Alción colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Buenas, pues estamos en este juego que es una especie de shooter RPG. Y ahora lo que vamos a hacer es ponerle los atributos a nuestro personaje y luego a personalizarlo. Que podemos elegir pues el color de los ojos, el pelo y demás. Está bastante bien. Vale, pondremos...
Finally, evidence of intelligent life in Alción. You're easily brainwashed. Glad I found you before the board did.
O sea, vamos a ponerlo 3 para los impactos en la cabeza y puntos débiles. Aquí velocidad de ataque, velocidad de recarga de las armas, no. Vamos a poner... uno más que nada para la carga. Yo creo que este también, ¿no? Aquí 2. A ver esto.
Oh dear. Did you actually punch out your anger counselor?
Claro, podemos
Oh dear.
quitar uno de
Did you
aquí
actually punch out your anger counselor?
y luego ponerle aquí.
A genius. And the board was going to leave you to rot. A crack shot. Capital.
Vamos a poner este y el de tecnología para la curarnos y demás.
You wrote that paper on breeding assisted with 30% more tumors.
Y aquí tenéis con medicina.
I hope you're comfortable with needles.
Vale, ahora personalizamos nuestro personaje. Vamos a poner... hombre, a ver, el rostro... este mismo. La verdad es que no me voy a matar mucho en hacerlo. El peinado lo voy a dejar de tal cual. El color del pelo quiero uno que sea negro, negro. Me lo he saltado. Vale, este. Y vamos a ponerle barba. No. Va esta, pero con el negro también. Ahí. Y una cicatriz, a ver. Pondremos esta, sí. Esta misma. Bueno, solo he jugado para probar un poco cómo iba los... a partir de aquí y el inicio, hasta que encuentro a un personaje. O sea que no tengo ni idea de cómo va el juego.
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Es que más que nada quería probar la de personalizar el personaje para no estar aquí media hora mirando. Pues lo jugué antes 5 minutillos para luego aquí grabarlo rápido.
Shit. Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Should be close by. What in law's name? Is
Lo ha
that him?
aplastado.
Oh, that idiot. I told him to
Pobrecillo.
plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go. Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here.
Vale, hasta aquí jugué yo. A partir de aquí ya no te sé nada del juego. Así que vamos a ver qué hay que hacer.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
A ver.
Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Va a ser un juego RPG. Me parece que las respuestas que le demos influye luego en el juego.
Yeah, okay.
En la reputación
You
que
look like
tenemos
you
con
know your
ellos
way
y
around a
demás.
gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Mira, aquí tiene cosillas para robar.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Vale, con la Q, dilatación del tiempo. Es una habilidad que está bastante bien. Ah, mira. Vale, solo le ponemos aquí. Vale, este es el casco que hemos cogido ahora, que es lo que he visto. Vale, ahí. Consumible. Vale, tengo este. Ah, no puedo poner. ¿Esto qué es? Vale, vale, esto, a ver. Ah, pondremos la lata de atún ahí.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Hostia, no sé cuál poner. Ya. Venga, pondré el 3.
You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Quizás tendría que haber dicho que da igual que... Porque si le ponen la multa o algo... O sea que no veo. A ver.
I just earned a fine bonus.
Hostia, ha matado al que iba con él. No, no. ¿Ha matado al compañero? Oh.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork. This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every... Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result... Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5. 4 of you are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Vale, hemos subido el nivel 2 y tenemos que ir a buscar la pieza para despegar. A ver. Ta. A ver, podemos mejorar esto. Pues vamos a mejorar... A ver, por aquí. No, cuerpo a cuerpo no quiero... Este. Ya podemos subirlo bastante. ¿Y esto? Vale. Vale, que tengo que ir a 40. Vale, no está mal. Si aplicamos cambio. Vale.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. I'll waive your fee since you helped us with those marauders. If you're looking for work, talk to the constable down in Edgewater. She's got a bounty on marauders. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Vale, pues vamos para allá. Ah, vale, que puedo elegir puntos de ventaja. Esto que serán como pasivas o algo. Pondré esta. Así podemos llevar más objetos. Y de esto ya iremos viendo. Es un poco raro, utilizar estas armas. Y el otro que estaba por aquí. Uy, que... aquí. Collar. No sé si el collar va a servir de algo, pero bueno. O sea, el mar se ve bastante guay.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's a... Yeah? Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Couldn't tell you. No, I mean, I'm contractually prohibited from saying anything that might reflect poorly on Spacer's Choice. Avoid it. Shouldn't have said that either. Look, forget I said anything. Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger.
Vale, aquí tenemos mapa. Y lo de las misiones. Diario. Esta. Vamos a ir a cobrar la pasta que debe. Va, aquí dentro tiene que haber uno. Sale en rojo. Ah, es para robar. Pero si robo este se va a cabrear. Bueno, a ver.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death. A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head. Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
O sea que está pobre.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Vale, pues este está más pela que una rata. Vamos a por el siguiente a ver si le cobramos. Va, este debe estar por aquí arriba. Uy, me ha pillado este. Suerte que no me han hecho nada para coger eso.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Foreman Granger, mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns? Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see,
Está guay eso.
I pay the fines.
O sea que paga a la persona más cercana, pero no por
The
familia,
legal
sino
term is irreparable damage to company
distante.
property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me.
No sé si habrá algo por aquí que pueda coger. No, esto... Si lo robo seguro que me pasa algo. A ver. ¿Podría robar sin que me vean? A ver, que me pague el siguiente.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthy. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Vale, te queda. Hay un montón de cosas para robar, pero...
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
¿Y esta qué quiere?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic. I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you. That's all I can ask of you.
Vale, el siguiente... Ah, no, el de aquí es el médico que es pobre. Va, pues... Vamos a hablar con el otro.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit? You run into any trouble? Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room. That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
La parte de atrás. Vale, vamos a entrar otra vez de nuevo. A ver si hay... No me habrá visto, supongo.
What can I do for you?
Ah, vale, vale, aquí.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon. And if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene. You know about Eugene? How?
A ver qué le pongo. Control todo. Bueno, se adivina.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open.
Pues me ha pillado.
Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I? The good Vicar Maximilian and I have never quite seen eye to eye, but your point is well taken. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
A ver, aquí me va a ver. Va. Este no lo voy a robar por si acaso. Lo voy a dejar ahí. Vale, le vamos a dar lo de las tasas.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. Yeah?
Ah, ya, la misión ya está completada. A ver. Ah, que me falta uno. Hostia. Vale, a ver que está ahí abajo. Vale, ese de ahí. A ver, ¿qué hago para robar? A ver. Vale, vamos directamente a eso.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
No sé si probarlo de mentira o no. Me voy a arriesgar, va.
Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple bits for just such a project.
Vale, lo
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. So tuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Vale, que me dé
They have
dinero.
sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Vale, pues ahí le queda. es esto? Vale, no me ha visto. Vale. O sea, de esto tengo de sobra. No, pero ya viene y me va a pillar. Ah, ¿puedo instalar de modificación? A ver. Vale, no hay nada. Pues... lo dejo ahí de momento. Ahí, espera. Nada, nada. Vale, no me ha visto. Me respiro. Esta pistola hace 20 de daño. Ah, no, está igual. ¿Y de armadura que tenemos? 3 de armadura. Este 4. Esto es lo mismo. Ah, esto se puede modificar. Ah, no está mal. Bueno, el traje ese no me voy a poner porque pone que es de los que vamos matando por ahí. Creo que lo he leído, a ver dónde está. Ah, sí, armadura de merodeador. Y estos son los que supuestamente son los malos.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Venga, vamos a usar persuasión.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Vamos a explicarle esto.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
Vale, nos dio 300 bits y por la respuesta de antes nos ha dado 150 más, o sea que está bien. A ver.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Vale, pues ahí te queda. Me las pido. A ver. Aquí, reputación. Vale, positiva un poquito, y al 12%. He visto que hay bastantes... A ver. Claro, con todas estas no hemos hablado todavía. Ahora estamos con las secundarias. Pues bueno, a ver si vamos subiendo y llegamos a buena reputación. Y lo de las misiones, a ver qué toca ahora. ¿Y cómo dice que es? Ah, no. Vale, fallar no, nada, completada es esta. Pues haremos las secundarias y también las principales. Aunque bueno, antes de hacer principales intentaré hacer secundarias sobre todo, que quiero hacer todas las misiones. Vale, como llevamos ya una horita casi de vídeo, pues lo voy a dejar aquí, que hemos hecho la misión esta de las tasas funerarias. Y bueno, hemos visto lo que es el principio del juego. Y ya en el siguiente pues veremos lo del robot y la otra misión secundaria. Gracias por el vídeo, que espero que os guste este juego. Y nada, nos vemos en el próximo vídeo.